No way. Brandon Hyde and a trainer have to escort this man, Orioles shortstop Gunnar Henderson, off of the field during a Grapefruit League game today against the Blue Jays. Hello, everybody. I'm Jon Leiberman. This is Orioles Digest. Yes, we're all holding our breath, but we are not going to speculate. We're going to lay out the facts of why Gunnar Henderson left the game today, and then we're going to have to wait and see. Unfortunately, again, we of course will be holding our breath because this MVP hopeful for the Orioles and really the heart and soul of the team had to leave a Grapefruit League game today. Again, this is Orioles Digest. Please like, comment, let us know your thoughts. We really want to hear from you. We're going to start with the news, and this is Rock Kubatko from Masson. Rock, a longtime Orioles reporter, reporting that Gunnar Henderson had lower right side discomfort and he left. Now, let us add some context to all of this so that you all can understand exactly what we know and what we don't know. And let me remind you that Gunnar began spring training last year with that left oblique injury that forced him to miss the first few spring training games. But it didn't linger, obviously, as you know, and he led the team with, I think it was 159 games played. So here's what happened. It's not completely clear if it was a specific play that caused Gunnar's injury or not. He tried to beat out a ground ball that the first baseman bobbled, but didn't get to the bag in time. He did actually, Gunnar lost the foot race with the Blue Jays pitcher who caught the flip from the first baseman. And that's the extent of it. He pulled up. He was escorted off the field by a trainer, and Luis Vasquez replaced him in the field. Now, what we do know for a fact is this is spring training, and so if there's any indication at all that it's either minor or serious, any sort of discomfort, of course a trainer is going to, and Brandon Hyde are going to take Gunnar out of the game, of course. So you can't read anything into that because anybody in a spring training game is going to get pulled if there's any sign of discomfort. And as we said, the Orioles officially are calling it lower right side discomfort. That's what we know right now. We always know that teams use a great amount of caution in spring training because we're so early on right now. So we will have to wait and see, but the facts remain. Look, everybody is holding their breath that Gunnar's okay, not only because of the 23-year-old that he is, but also because of the fact that, he is an MVP candidate for baseball right now. And in fact, that's a good segue. Let's take a look. I mean, this was from Will Leach on MLB.com, who literally just recently talks about Gunnar as an MVP candidate, talking about how he was outstanding in 2023, obviously Rookie of the Year, but then he made such a leap forward. And he established himself as the best young player on a team that's stacked with them. If he takes another leap this year, okay, according to Will, he's definitely going to finish higher than fourth place in the AL MVP. And of course, look, yeah, there's Aaron Judge out there. There's Soto out there. There's Bobby Witt out there. There are other players out there. But, I would argue that Gunnar's right there with all of them if he stays healthy. And of course, that's why today is such a concern. And if we take a look at Gunnar's stats from last year, there's no wonder why there's concern both, in the public eye and I'm sure in that clubhouse right now and in the front office as well. You see Gunnar with his 37 homers, 92 RBIs, He walks a good amount. He's very durable. I mean, he led the team with 159 games played. He approached 200 hits. He's a mainstay at this point. He's a superstar in the major leagues. You can have him lead off. You can have him hit second. You can have him hit third. You can have him hit fifth. You can basically, pick your poison in terms of where you want Gunnar Henderson to hit in your lineup. So again, this is why we are seeing such, apprehension. And again, don't get taken away by the social media hysteria, because we just don't know yet. But obviously you're looking at Félix Bautista, and we're talking about injuries, and Félix is going to come back and pitch in the next few games. And so everybody's hoping that Félix comes back strong. When you look at the rest of the Orioles injuries, we're hoping that sometime in August, you get Kyle Bradish back. You get Tyler Wells back. We're waiting for Jorge Mateo to get healthy and come back as well. So the Orioles, generally speaking, haven't had any surprise injuries as of yet going into this season, because we clearly knew that Bradish and Wells were a later in the season situation. We knew that Mateo wasn't going to be ready most likely for opening day. But again, this is what you worry about. This is what you worry about as a manager, as a general manager, because you have to have these guys play in spring training, right? Because they have to get ready for the regular season, but you're always going to run the risk of injury. And before I let you go, a couple kind of positives, I guess, if you could point to some today. The Orioles are up big over Toronto early in the game. We saw Tyler O'Neill hit his first home run. Second game played, first home run. Definitely a positive for the Birds. And you also saw Ramon Urias go yard as well. So he showing some flashes of power early in the spring. And again, great to see Tyler O'Neill hit a dinger in only his second appearance in spring training. So again, quickly to review, to go over the facts, what we know and what we don't know. As you see, Rock Kubatko reports what the Orioles are saying officially, that Gunnar had lower right discomfort. He exited the game in the bottom of, let me just be clear on this. Yes, the bottom of the first inning. I just wanted to be clear. Gunnar made a leaping catch in the top of the first inning, but appeared to be fine. And then in the bottom of the inning, he left when he tried to leg out a ball to first base. So again, we will stay on top of this. We are thinking of Gunnar, and of course, we are hoping for the best, and we'll keep you updated. I'm Jon Leiberman. This is Orioles Digest.